Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In this video I will comment on a video that I will play for you coming from Fox News. The video is from yesterday's rally, Donald Trump's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Donald Trump, the candidate for the Republican Party for the presidency of the United States of America, invites on the stage Mr. Elon Musk. I will make some comments after this, I don't know, it's about 7 minutes or so, not even 7 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And I just want you to pay attention at Mr. Elon Musk's behavior. And not only behavior, but actually what he has to say. Then we're going to discuss. All right, let's go with this one coming from, as I said, Fox News.
Created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Hi, everyone.
He has a new hat.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire.
Correct.
And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot. Fight, fight, fight. Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave. And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America? Yeah, absolutely. And I think this election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to take away your right to vote effectively. You got 14 states now that don't require voter ID. California, where I used to live, is just passed a law banning voter ID for voting. I still can't believe that's real. So how are you supposed to have a proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock of democracy.
Correct.
And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have the First Amendment. President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. Yes. This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone on the live stream. There's one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay? And get everyone you know and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote. There's only 2 days left to register to vote in Georgia and Arizona. 48 hours. Like, text people now. Now. and then make sure they actually do vote. If they don't, this will be the last election. That's my prediction. Nothing's more important. Nothing's more important. So get everyone you know. Everyone. So I'm speaking to people out there. Everyone in the crowd, I think, is already convinced. But for people out there that are watching the video, watching the live stream, you need to get everyone you know, at work, your friends, family, text groups, your social media, everything. Get them to register to vote right now. Only 2 days left for Georgia and Arizona. Only a couple weeks left in Pennsylvania. And if they're not registered to vote, it doesn't matter at that point. Register to vote. I'm being repetitive for a reason, okay? So nothing is more important. And a lot of people think maybe their vote doesn't count. Well, it does, okay? It does. It matters. And this election could be decided by 1,000 votes, 500 votes. A tiny margin.
No.
So get everyone you know to register to vote. I believe that's swapthevote.com. I believe that's the site. And double check that your registration is good. Don't take it for granted. I'm just being repetitive about this point because it is the one takeaway more than anything that will matter is getting those registrations and then getting everyone you know to actually vote. That is what will decide this election, especially in Pennsylvania. So thank you, and honestly, you want to just be a pest. Just be a pest to everyone you know, people on the street, everywhere. Vote, vote, vote. Fight, fight, fight. Vote, vote, vote. Thank you.
All right, here it was. What do you think? What do you think? Well, I don't think personally that is the Democrats that want to take your freedom of speech and your right to own and bear arms, guns, let's put it this way, or this will be the last election. I don't think it's the Democrats. I think it's the guys behind the Democrats and the Republicans. That's the first one. Second one, why would you participate in something that seems such a fake, staged game? I said it yesterday in a video that I made from Glenn Arbor. It's about 38 minutes about the US democracy. And I'm going to make one point here. He said, Elon Musk said about, well, maybe be decided between 1,000 votes and so on. No. The 49-51 garbage is idiotic as hell. Why? I'm going to make only this point, which I make yesterday in the video. The electorate, the people who voted, they are 100%. Each election, there's not the same amount that will actually vote. That could be 60% from the entire 100%. That could be 40%. That could be 55%. That could be 80%. How is it that each and every election, the difference between the electorate is 49-51? Maybe 48-52. Maybe. How is it possible when this is a variable? Because some people might not show. They always show in the same proportion from both sides that it remains 49-51. No, this is supporting the system. And yes, he says go and vote. It seems like I can take it interpret it in two ways. I want to interpret it in two ways. One, support the system, and the other one, vote. What else do you have? Vote and support the system. Remember what Stalin said. I would like to remind Elon Musk. They want to vote? Let them vote. As long as we count the votes. That's what he said, allegedly. So again, yeah, go and vote. Vote. I'm not saying not to vote. Go and vote. Go and vote. But I personally have not much faith into the accuracy of the outcome. That, let's put it mildly. I personally don't, I have reservations. Watch my yesterday's video from Glenn Arbor and I will explain over there some reasons why. The guys behind want you to make sure that you participate, that we're gonna take your head and thoughts out of other options working within the system, all right, and go and vote, participate, support this democratic system, which is actually governed by some with the money of media, politicians, entertainment, school curriculum, and so on. Participate in what exactly? This is a stage thing. Anyway, he said that the Democrats want to take your freedom of speech. I think any tyrant wants to take people's freedom of speech. It is true, as you said, the Second Amendment is there for the First Amendment to be there and exist. The problem is the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press should not be infringed. It's been infringed so many times. So now it's just a matter of how much will it be infringed. How much? It's already been. And is this freedom of speech, does it apply in private institutions and in public institutions? So if I go, let's say, to work tomorrow for, let's say, Michigan state government, and I go and I say, well, no, a man is this, a woman is this, and that is just a person with mental illness. That's a free speech. Will I still have my job there? Will I be fired? Will I be reprimanded? Will I be talked to? Bet you bottom dollar I would. So that's freedom of speech. Why? And the same in corporations. Right here, we are in a private institution here, so supposedly a platform, YouTube. If I say truthful things, but I disagree with something, I have questions, ask questions, they stop me. What, freedom of speech doesn't apply in the private corporations? If that doesn't apply, then how in the hell women's vote applies? Or let's say how the minorities, the black, the African Americans vote. You know, 14th Amendment, whatever that was. How come those apply in private institutions if the freedom of speech is infringed? How about they say, no, we're not going to allow this group to vote in whatever, in an institution that we have, because they are this color of the skin. Is that acceptable? Of course not. But how come it's acceptable for these guys to infringe my speech at work? You create problems, and who are you to judge? Why don't you just act? Oh, we pro-act, no, not react. I've been taught about that. We'll pro-action, being proactive. That means trying to, as they call it now, prevent. Well, I can prevent you from having an accident ever again. I lock you down in a basement. You're going to stay there, and I'm going to make sure you're going to stay over there and work with your little fingers on the computer, do A, B, and that's all you're going to do for the rest of your life. I'm going to give you food, you're going to stay there. Do you want to live like that? I mean, do we have rights or we have temporary privileges? I think these guys think that we have only temporary privileges because the right was not given by the guys who infringe in our God-given rights, or however we want to call the entity, the creator, however we want. That was specifically written down so you understand it's not the government that gives you the right. The government is supposed to protect your rights. This is Elon Musk here, and he talked about voter ID. I 100% support that. 100% support it. And not only did I go over there and voter ID and I go and put a stamp or the electronic garbage. Watch my video about that as well. Yesterday I posted it. So no, I disagree with that. You go over there, you vote with a stamp, with your signature, with your little finger. So that could be, verified it was you actually. How? And could be recounted and recounted and recounted. No electronic, things that could happen. I'm very aware of that, but these baboons are not. They really believe in that shit. So anyway, this is Elon Musk. And he said at the end that this could be the last election. Could be. Either way. Just look who's behind both these guys, and you're going to find out that they are not 100%. I don't think they have much leverage anyway. I read an article 2 days ago maybe 3 days ago, where Joe Biden signed an executive order, something like new comprehensive measures to gun violence, protecting. He signed an executive order on that one. This was my question for Donald Trump when now he wants to come back into office. He had the same power. He didn't disqualify. He didn't come with any executive order to, let's say, get rid of, I'm just saying, DACA. The guy, what's his name, Obama, signed the DACA. This could have said, okay, we repeal the DACA, or I come with something else. No, he didn't. He didn't. As I said, the Democrats are moving up. The Republicans are staying. They just keep the status quo and say, we're fighting for you. For about 4 years, they're slowing down the process. And the process is accurate, Mr. Elon Musk. Come from your freedom of speech, you can't have a democracy. If you auto-censor yourself, you censor yourself, you can't communicate. Why? Because you're afraid of reprimandation. Is that how I call it? To be reprimanded? To be hurt by your employer, by the government, by whomever. Why? They don't want to hear the truth. Why? Because that means it's something wrong somewhere. Who's afraid of the truth? That means it's something wrong somewhere. When you hear these congressional hearings or panels and have in front of them some baboons over there with a lot of money and very much power, appointed baboons, secretary of this, secretary of that, director of that, and they come over there and they ask a question, plain question, and they avoid answering it. Why? Because they know the next question will get them doing that they did something wrong, and they avoid. They don't. I'm not a biologist. I don't know the difference. I'm not an engineer. I don't know what the road is. Things like imbecilic, or they just filibuster the conversation. That tells me from the very beginning that guy is a thief. This guy is a cheat. He's hiding something. He's dishonest. Otherwise, he said, yes, I was over there yesterday at midnight. Yes, I used my yes, I did that. Okay, now you're fired. Yes, I'm responsible for my own actions. And you're fired. But no, they don't do that. They say, what do you mean midnight? Yesterday? What date was yesterday? Okay, 5 minutes, Senator, expired. Got me off the hook. Who? The guy over there in charge. You see, these kind of things happen all the time. No, be responsible. But nowadays you can't be responsible. I accidentally punched someone in the face. It worked now in schools. I accidentally did this. I heard kids so many times expecting me to have that justification as, yeah, that's okay, man. Yeah. If you accidentally stole that, if you accidentally touched that, if you accidentally did that, accidentally, that's okay. So if you accidentally commit manslaughter somewhere, we should all forgiven. What about a victim? Accidentally. What about the victim coming back and doing something to you accidentally? It's just that. It's a lack of responsibility of your actions. What are you going to do? It's not me, it's someone else. And then you start lying. And this is the guys up there. So yes, Elon Musk always 100% right. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.